All right. Welcome to sunny San Antonio. We're kicking off our press conferences today. We'll start with the Texas defense. We are transcribing these remotely. That means we really need media to be very diligent in speaking to the microphone and addressing one player at a time, Kurt Bowles. We will start first with our defensive coordinator from Texas, Pete Kwiatkowski. I did the right pronunciation, or you wanted the
Kwiatkowski. Close
Kwiatkowski?
enough.
Coach,
Coach
can you tell us who you brought today?
Yeah, we got Jalen Ford down there, Keandre Coburn, AC Anthony Cook, and Sade Barron.
Very good. If people have questions, raise hands, and from the sides, we'll come and bring a microphone to you. In the middle.
Pete, since we didn't really get to talk to you much this season, can we just get kind of your overview on how your defense played this season and just kind of the progress they made this season?
Yeah, it was starting last winter. The emphasis on the fundamentals, obviously the scheme and all that was a big part of the learning curve from last year to this year. But going back to just the fundamentals, the nuts and bolts of how to play defense, effort, running the ball, tackling, block protection, all the technique and skill that these guys need to do to execute at a high level. It started with that. And then as the season went on, we had success. Guys felt it, saw it, and I think as a whole, the confidence level grew and grew and grew. And by the end of the year, they were a lot more trust with everybody. And they played, the whole season they played their tails off, played with great effort, physical, played fast, and executed pretty high level. And with that came the confidence. And so I think that's where you saw the growth in the group as a whole.
In the middle, red first.
Pete, I know you said the confidence level kind of grew and grew, but how important was that performance against Alabama to help with that confidence for them to be able to see they can do this against an elite team?
Yeah, very much so. Everybody knows what Alabama's all about, and I know going into it, everybody's excited to go out and play the best, and they had a great week of preparation, and then they went out there and got it done, made the plays, stuck together when they had that long run, and just kept chipping away. And that's the key to the deal. It's a long game, and when the guys trust each other and execute what they're supposed to do, and they do it with great effort, and they're physical and flying around and playing with great energy, that's when you play really good team defense.
Pete, what's this week going to be like for you with playing or coaching against the purple and gold team, and especially the passing offense that they also bring as well?
Know a lot of those guys, recruited a lot of those guys, and obviously have a history with Washington. And their offense, it starts with that quarterback. Penix is an outstanding quarterback, very accurate. O-line does a good job of keeping him clean. And they have three really good wide receivers that he can distribute the ball to. And so we got a huge challenge in front of us, for sure. I know the guys are excited about it. Top-rated offense in the nation, and that's why we go play. We have a great week of practice, preparation, and then go out there and cut it loose.
Second row middle. Chip, you still have a question still?
Well, I'd like to ask all y'all, but I'll start with Jalen, and then Jade. What have you seen from Washington on film? What kind of problems do they present? And is this the marquee matchup of this game, y'all's defense against their offense?
I think as we watch film, we noticed that Washington, they have a lot of creativity. As Coach said, they got a great quarterback, and I think they just do a great job of creating mixed matches for their receivers, or just getting their even their running backs involved in the pass game. We noticed, they run a lot of concepts, kind of man beaters and stuff like that. And then I think the matchup, I think it'll be pretty good for us. I think we had a great week of practice. And I think it's just something, we can build on. And another challenge for us to go out there and play, have fun, and show how much work we put in this year, and just continue being strong.
Just after watching, just to hit on what Forrest said, just with the connections and stuff, and having a great quarterback. The quarterback trusts number 1 and 2. He loves to get them the ball. They both got a lot of receptions and stuff like that, but they're trying to hit him on fades and big posts. So they're trying to just expose us, but it'll be a good battle on 50-50 balls at the end of the day. At the end of the day, our back end and our DBs, we're going to be ready to play, and it's going to be a great matchup.
Thank you, Jaden, and then Sade. In the front, middle, and then here.
Jalen, Alvis, is for you. Obviously you had such a great season, outstanding season, and you actually have options at this point. So I'm sure I won't be the only person that's ever asked you, but where are you as far as returning to Texas for next season?
I think right now, I've just really been focused on Washington and just enjoying this Alamo Bowl with my teammates. Which I consider my brothers. All of us. We're spending Christmas together. This is really just my family. So, kind of just keeping my head where my feet are. I think is just my main focus right now. And then we'll just go from there.
Thank you, Jalen. Front.
Hey, Coach Kwiatkowski, for you.
That's not the answer we wanted to hear, Jalen, but that's all right.
Want to go again? Coach, for you, if you had to pinpoint one thing about Penix that he does well, what would you say it is about his game that he does effectively well?
He's poised. He makes good decisions. He's really accurate, extremely accurate. Puts the ball in where the receivers can make plays on it, and he's done it consistently every week.
Kirk, do you have a question?
For Jalen and Keandre, is there one team that Washington compares to that has a lot of likeness to that y'all played this year? And what would you say their main strength is, other than just a great quarterback?
I could probably say right now, looking like probably Texas Tech, because Texas Tech likes to throw the ball a lot, and they're gonna play a 4-down plays. I mean, not even on 3rd down, they're gonna play on 4th down, and we've seen a lot of that from Washington. And they got some great athletes, receivers too, and they got a great quarterback. And I just feel like they protect the quarterback well. I mean, you probably don't want to say that's a strong, but I think it is because if quarterback will get sacked, he's comfortable. He's in there making plays. They could call the type of offense they want to call. So when you protect your quarterback and he don't get hit, I mean, the offense is really moving smoothly, and then you can execute a lot of plays that you want to run and go against the defense for. So I think they really do good at protecting the quarterback, or really just doing plays to where the quarterback don't get hit. So I think they do good with that.
Kind of like what he said. I think watching film, they definitely resemble Tech in their style of offense. They throw the ball a lot, and they work a lot. They work a lot in space with the receivers. And I think one thing that stands out is they're really good on being ahead of the sticks. When it comes to like 3rd down, kind of like what he said. They have a lot of 3rd and shorts or manageable stuff, not too much where they're backed up or anything. So obviously they have a good game plan going in, and just keep drives alive and get points. So.
Thank you, Grounder. And then Jalen in the front, right?
Hey, Pete, going back to the previous question, you talked about how your defense played this year, but to add on to that, what kind of defense do you have? How would you characterize these young men?
Tough, physical, relentless, and then really good hard workers. We emphasize and talk a lot about how we go about our business during the course of the week in our preparation and how that carries over to game. So, one of the sayings we use that is practice execution becomes game reality, and the guys have really bought into it, and they've seen the success that they've had when we execute at a high level. That's because of how we prepare and practice, taking it from the meetings, right, the film study, and then going out into practice and doing it in practice. And so just their mentality as far as how they attack their preparation, and then going out and playing with great effort and being physical and populating the ball, all the things that really good defenses do when they're playing good team defense.
Middle, black shirt.
Pete, how would you describe the year Jalen's had for you, just in terms of his importance at inside backer? And then I know the Big 12 coaches voted how they voted. Did you feel like he should have been the Big 12 Defensive Player of the Year?
Yeah, Jalen's had an unbelievable year. It started last offseason. You saw the change in his focus and his consistency and his attention to detail when it came to diet, workouts, just all the stuff that goes on behind the scenes that he does with Coach Becton and the strength staff, and then his level of understanding. The defense grew, his communication grew. With that, the confidence grows, and then he goes out and makes plays. And it's, again, it's a credit to these guys and how they go about their business week in and week out, preparing for the next opponent. And so his ability to create turnovers, make turnovers, right, get the ball on the ground, get guys lined up, sat in the front, making the checks. There's a lot that goes into it other than just the physical stuff you see, and his growth has been awesome. I mean, that's why I mean, when as a coach, Coach Cho, myself, all our coaches, when guys do that, that's the satisfaction. That's, we're doing something right, and the guys buy-in, all these guys buy-in. It starts with that, and so they trust in us, we trust in them, they trust each other, and then the guys that make plays, like Jalen, like all these guys, they go out on Saturday, whatever day that is, game day, and cut it loose, and let's go.
I'll go middle, Chip, and then Kirk, and then middle.
For Anthony and Keandre, what's the motivation? A lot of times bowl games comes down to which team wants to be there the most. What's the motivation for Texas?
I mean, for me, I just feel like, like Jay Ford was touching on it. We family. We spent Christmas together, battle with these guys in the summer, looking at their face when they down and runs. They looking at mine. We pushing each other. So it's much bigger than, just, the game. Like, we built relationship bonds. So I felt like, I owe it to them to finish the season strong. And I feel like they feel the same.
I mean, saying what Cook said, I mean, we here, why not? It's another opportunity to have competition and go get somebody else. I mean, Coach Davis preached to D-line saying that in NFL you play 17 weeks. I mean, we only play 12 weeks, and so why not play another week? What is it going to do to us, just to go out there with my brothers and grind? I mean, we dominated, I feel like, all year. I love these dudes up here. I mean, just for Texas, I mean, it's just another opportunity for us to just showcase our skills and just showcase our skills against somebody else. I mean, it's a different conference. I mean, Pac-12, so why not just go play and have fun?
Front left, Kirk.
Yeah, for Anthony. Could you describe their main two receivers, McMillan, O'Dunsey, what their skill set looks like?
Yeah, I mean, they touched on it. All their receivers, 11, 1, 2, like all of them. They good at what they do. They can make plays in space, and they make good contested catches. So, we're going to have a challenge on our hand, but like any challenge, as far as this season, we embraced it. So, we're looking forward to it.
Middle, red.
Pete, a little off topic though. You guys just had a really good signing class for the 2023 recruits. Can you maybe just speak on the recruiting of those guys and maybe speak on some of the individuals from that class that kind of stand out in your mind?
Yeah, there's a lot of them, but like these guys talking about the bond that they have and the relationships that they've built over the years, and that's what recruiting is. And so as coaches, you go out and you're recruiting these guys, and you're trying to build those relationships with them. And at the end of the day, I think that's what we did, and that was the difference between us getting them. But the Anthony Hill obviously is a really good linebacker. I mean, he's still a kid, but I mean, if you've watched him, he's fast, physical. He loves football. A lot of these guys, all these guys, that's one of the traits that we're trying to identify. The guys that love football, are into football, like the grind, more so than the recruiting part of it. We get it. The recruiting part is the recruiting part. It's fun. It's exciting. But at the end of the day, we're trying to find those guys that really like to compete and love the grind and the preparation part of going out. You only get 12 guaranteed 12 opportunities every year, and these guys are working their tails off to 365 days a year for those 12 opportunities, and so. That's one of the traits that we try to identify in these guys, and so Anthony's got that. Darian Gillette, the linebacker class is outstanding. I think Sadir Mitchell, he's a big guy, big-bodied guy that's going to come in, and we think he's going to be able to contribute. We'll see. But the other thing about all these guys, I can't remember the exact number, but there's close to half a class that's going to be here in the spring and be able to get in the winter workouts, get adapted and acclimated, and then the guys that we got coming back, build that bond with them, and that these guys can show them the ropes.
We'll go two more. We'll go front and front.
Either Anthony or Keandre, you kind of touched on this beforehand, but as seniors, why did you decide to play in this game and not opt out and get a head start in your NFL draft prep?
Again, why not just put out some more film out there? We're going to get to number 12 team in the nation. Why not go out there and go get some good competition? And then plus, I grind with these dudes from the start. Why not finish with them? Not harp on anybody else. I just feel like in my position, I felt like I needed to do this, and plus just show the NFL that I could consistently play weeks and weeks, and just showcase some more skills. And then plus, I love them. I love Texas. Why not finish with a bang? I didn't want to be 30 or 40, be like, I should have played in that game. So I'm playing in it now.
Yeah, pretty much what Coburn said.
Thank you. We'll keep Coach. We'll keep you and Jalen up top, and if the other three players want to come down, we'll spread you.